What is up? What is up, everybody? How you guys doing tonight? I was scrambling to get here on time. Who makes this? Look, it's a square cup. You know how crappy a square cup is? You gotta hit the corner. Because if you try to hit one of these flat edges, it freaking spills all over. The stupidest design in the world. Make a freaking square cup. Even dumber that we bought it. I don't even know why I bought it. I guess I'm the dumb one. What's up, guys? Were you guys green today? Did you guys finish well today? Um, Over on the short bus, we got Chris, She Slays, Kiko, Market Vision modding it up like he does best. And then over on the big bus, we got Paul, it's RCN, let's go, Red Candle Nation. Chris, what's up? Cap, what up, Big Red? JX, yo, what's up, JX? Welcome to the stream. Punisher, oh, you made it, Punisher. I thought you just had to go to bed. I thought it was bedtime, Boo Boo Bear. Kiko, what's up, Kiko? Doji member. Yo, Kiko in the house. I'm kind of tired, actually. Yeah, I feel you, man. Work, come home, couple hours, stream, 4 hours of sleep, work, come home, couple hours, stream, 4 hours of sleep. Yeah, I get you. I'm tired as well. Oh yeah. Kiko. Hey, Market Vision. Hey, pretty man. Wake up. Punisher said, if I could be here, you could be here. It's late for you, Punisher. Punisher, what country are you from again? All good. Don't forget to like and share the stream. Yes, please, guys, like and share the screen. Not the screen. Like and share the stream. Back on the short bus side, we got Star, the Candy Queen. What's up, Star? And then we have Sovereignteen. Salutes, my friends. Down and all proper. Morocco. That's right, Morocco. That's right. You won one of the giveaways. I remember. You won one of the giveaways. I'm gonna be trading on a trade day tonight. Trading on the trade day. You guys will learn this. I love having 3 different prop firms, and you guys will realize this watching me trade. I love having I always keep at least one trade day, right? If I blow it, I immediately go get another one. I always keep one trade day just because the chances that the market conditions are really good and I could just bang out trades a couple days in a row and then get my daily payout. That's why I always keep a trade day. I always keep my aqua futures just because of the account type that it is and the pricing of it. And I always keep an apex just because it's super cheap, right? So those 3 you'll notice I always keep. I actually thought about purchasing a Funded Next today. So we're affiliated with either Funded Next or My Funded Futures. I didn't know which one I want to go with, but I was going to try one of them. I haven't decided yet on which one I want to go with, but My Funded Futures I already know that I'll like just because of all the different, like, you know, the core accounts, scale accounts, like the promotion they got right now with the getting the scale accountability on the core account or whatever that promotion that they're having right now. But Funded Next, man, I hear a lot of good things about Funded Next. We're also affiliated with them. And I was like, man, I'm affiliated with My Funded Futures and Funded Next just by high demand because I know a lot of you guys like those 2 prop firms. But so I had to get the affiliation, right? So I had to get the code red with them. But the thing is that I've never really used them that much myself. So I was thinking, okay, I need to start trying out some of the ones I'm affiliated with. just so that way when y'all have questions about them and stuff, I can better answer them, for one. And for two, I like promoting the stuff that I like to use. That's why you always hear me talk about Trade Day and Aqua Futures and Apex, because that's the ones I use. But I do know that Fun at Next has that ability to get it's the fastest path to payout, which is awesome, right? Because what do we all want? We want payouts. So why not, right? And then my Fun at Futures, obviously, just because of how good they are on everything. So completely well-rounded. So I may try one of those here soon, but I didn't get it yet. I didn't have time. I was busy. So tonight we will be doing Trade Day. We'll be doing Trade Day. All right, so marking out the external liquidity. I don't have to do the top here because it's already been ran through, so just really the bottom. And as you guys know, I like to see, so normally, that I will mark out, right? That I'll mark out the body of the candle, and I want to see at least a retracement to the 0.382 or the 0.5. However, I mean, I'll leave it on there, but I don't think that's going to happen, and that's just because we're recovering from this huge news candle, right? So because we had really bad news, and then we had news basically being like, oh, well, we just playing, whatever. We're kind of just coming back out of it. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look at Truth Social and look at Trump's post on what we were going to do with China tariffs. And then like the very next day when he posted that we're all good with China, don't worry about it. So that was Trump tariffs, and this was don't worry about it, we're good with them, right? So we're kind of creeping back out of this. Probably expecting, I don't think we'll go all the way to the top here just yet, just because of the fact that there's still a lot of uncertainty going on, and there's still a little like shade throwing going back and forth between the two, but definitely come back and chopping in this area for a little bit is what I'm predicting for the next day or two. And then possibly with news, seeing the continuation on the trajectory. That's right. If you were making fun of me saying trajectory. Back on up and there. So that's my bias. That's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking we're going to be bullish. I think that we're just going to chop and slowly just kind of get back in this range right here that I just drew out. So I'll leave this fib here just in case if it wants to come down and do retrace some of this daily candle, but because of the fact that this is the market sentiment right now, I don't think we will. Normally, I'll always say it's going to come back, because as you look at the daily candles, you'll always see it comes back and at least touches the 0.382 or 50% or fills it, right? So you get, that just gives you an easy target, knowing that whenever things are starting to look weak and it's the turn back around, you know that you can at least target one of these levels, because 9 times out of 10 it's hitting at least the 0.382, right? And 8 out of 10 it's hitting at least this one, and then the rest of the times it's filling the whole body. So it just gives you easy targets. Don't think that'll hold tonight though. Jump on over to the 4 hour. 4 hour is exactly where I don't even have to draw it out, because it's exactly where this fib is, right? So the 0.382 and the 0.5 still holding a support, comes down and touches. I don't expect it to come down here anyways, but if it does, then at least we know that's a support level. So we don't even have to draw that out on the 4 hour. The 1 hour, we're looking at, oh wait, let me go back to the 4 hour. The 4 hour, we have about 14 more minutes. So what we could see is the open of the 4 hour, probably a little bit of a drop down halfway of this, and then continuation back up. So keep that in mind, and that ends in about 13 minutes. Hourly, 15 minutes. I don't really do much with the hourly. Okay, I'm going to draw out the value areas of the previous New York session, and then we can get to trading. Let's get some money in this trade day account. I got 2 fresh trade day accounts. I had a trade day account that I was so close to passing, and I freaking blew it. So I had to re-up. I think it was, I forget when. Are we on the 5 minute? So 6 o'clock all the way down to 9:30 right there. all the way over to 4, right about there. Let's get our value areas. Brendan said, "What's up, yo, Brendan? What's happening? How did you fumble the evaluation account that was almost past shorting?" It was because when they opened, you know, when we opened Sunday night, like the ATR, I don't know if you run with the ATR, but the ATR tells you like the average size of most of the candles. We were at 50-point candles. I think a lot of people either made a good amount of money out of that, or they blew their account. Unfortunately, I was one of the ones that blew the account. Fortunately, I was the one that blew the account. I didn't expect 50-point candle swings right off rip, you know. I trade a lot of Asia. I trade a lot of this time frame, and I just was not, you know, that's not something that you normally see, and I didn't expect the volatility from the news candle before. I figured that Sunday open was going to be a little bit choppy, and probably a little bit of a retracement until London came in, you know, just because of all the news that was going on. But apparently it just went wild west on us. Son. Yeah, I remember it squeezed a few hundred points higher in the first. Yeah, it was just whipsawing up and down. I mean, it went crazy. And I was tilting a little bit, you know. It happened and I was like, okay, it went up, it came down, all right, it's going to go back up, right? So now's the time to get back in, and it would go up and then come down a little bit lower, then go up. Like, it got crazy. So it happens to the best of us. Yeah, Kent said, I blew my PA. Their trailing drawdown sucks. All trailing is not Apex trailing drawdown, it sucks. All prop firms trailing drawdown sucks. But that's why if you don't like the trailing drawdown, get you an Aqua Futures end of day account, Kent, for $40. Yeah, it's like an extra $10 than an Apex, but at the same time, it's end of day. Unless you just like having the cheaper accounts and stick with. I mean, Apex is still good. It's still probably one of the best prop firms out there, but you have to be able to control the rules, right? I can't believe we already back at 25K. Market is ridiculous, but part of winning is understanding the market is full of it. Yeah, well, Keeson, you're right. I didn't expect this much of a retracement this fast, right? I did expect two things, right? One, whenever that news got released, the day it got released of the China tariffs on everything 100%, I knew we were going to freaking just tank and just drop. We did that. Secondly, over the weekend in our Discord, we hold like a live charting and technical analysis, market analysis for the next week. And I basically said that, okay, if this doesn't change, we're going to keep dropping for a couple days. But as soon as we get some type of alert from Trump or some major news outlet that's basically stating that some of this stuff is going to clear up with the China tariff, like whether it be a pause or, you know, we're going back to negotiations or whatever, something that just kind of clears out the fear of it, then it was going to come right back up. And sure enough, Sunday, I think it was Sunday morning or Saturday afternoon, whenever it was, Trump had posted, we're all good with China, we have a good relationship, me and President Z will come, you know, we'll work things out, don't, like, not to be worried, right? So I knew as soon as I seen that, they're already starting with the, oh, everything's gonna be fine, and it was gonna come. I just didn't think it was gonna come up this fast. I thought it was gonna give us like a day or two of come up to get, but I feel like we're just pumping right back to where we were pretty quickly. All right, so we got our levels drawn out. Let me go ahead and lock these up. All right, now I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know how I love my 58 EMA. I'm this close to just making my trading strategy off the EMA. I mean, it has gotten to that point to where it is that good. You know what I mean, guys? Like, I knew it was good. I just didn't know it was that good. But I mean, I might just start, like, I might take one of these accounts and just every time the EMA is above the VWAP and we get a retap of the EMA, take a long. And then every time the EMA is below the VWAP, we take a retap, take a short. I may literally do that on an account with having good risk management and seeing how well that plays out. Because I'm not going to lie, most of my winning trades for the past 2 days have been based off that EMA, and it's been working well. So I usually just use it as a confluence, right? Like just, oh, I want to go long, you know, I'm looking at this level or whatever, and we just so happen to be hitting the EMA at the same time, then okay, it just adds on extra confidence, right? But I never thought about actually turning a strategy straight from it. But I mean, literally every time we touch it, it just bounces every time. All right, I'm going to look at Asia Sessions profile here. So all low volume down here. It's going to probably support. And this is kind of like the POC right where we're chopping at. Probably see a continuation of going higher. So probably waiting on a dip to buy. I know EMA currently looks like it's below VWAP, but that's just because this is anchored session. So as soon as we start out, it starts out higher than the EMA. The EMA will eventually catch up and cross over here soon, as long as we keep at this slow grind up. Also, Kisan, if you want to be on the horizontal live where you can see my full screen a lot easier and see everything a lot better, just because it's hard to fit it in on the shorts live, you can click on the profile and jump on over to the here. I'll put it in chat for you. I'll make it easy. Here, this is where everybody else is at. And that goes for any of you guys that are on the shorts live. If you want to see, unless you just enjoy the shorts, if you want to jump on over, it makes it easier for me reading all the chats. Brandon Henson, which soon YouTube's actually just sent me some on the partnership email saying that here soon they're going to be integrating shorts and horizontal and the chat together. So that'll be cool because then no more like flipping back and forth from the chats. I'm going to drop my link tree in the stream chat. If you guys aren't already in the Discord, definitely jump in there. Piator said, what's up? What's up, Piator? Brandon, it's another level. Yes, sir. There's levels to this, Brendan. Pluto, man, my eyes are heavy and burning. Why, is it late for you? Is it past your bedtime, John? I'm just kidding, brother. JX said, John, what's up? He said, all right. Okay, cool. Bro, you sound like weatherman. 50-50 chance of rain or shine, up or down. I mean, it is a 50-50. What do you mean 50-50? I never said 50-50 up or down. I said that it's going to be slowly bullish, grinding upwards. Christopher. Never said 50-50. I mean, of course it's a 50-50. You don't know which way it's going to go. But at the end of the day, I always give my bias on which way I think it's going to go. I think we're going to be bullish, right? I think we're going to retrace this dip. Therefore, I think it's going to go up. Which I'm pretty sure everybody that's been trading futures for a little bit clearly understands that huge news dip, everybody's buying it back up, right? That's pretty... If anybody thinks that this is going to dip down and go lower, then you probably aren't very experienced with futures trading. Uh, 13-hour shift, 3 days. Dang, John, 13-hour shift. That's hard, man. What kind of work do you do, if you don't mind me asking? Me and JX, we work together. Duval, you're in Duval, John? You're another Duval brother? JX worth it, man. Let's go. Hell yeah. I didn't know you guys were from Jacksonville too. That's pretty cool. What do you guys do over there? Can you talk more about Aqua Futures? Yes, I sure can. Let me pull it up real quick while we're waiting for this trade anyways. I will give it a rundown. So Aqua Futures has a couple of different account types. They have your evaluation, which is going to be the one phase. Inside the evaluation, you have your different account sizes, right? Standard account sizes. And then you have a beginner's path and a standards path. Basically, the standards path is a little bit harder, but comes with a little bit easier rules. As far harder as far as in like the profit target's a little bit more, but you get to size more, and also you don't have like the scaling rule and stuff like that. And then it's bi-weekly payouts. Whereas in the beginner, which is the one that I personally go with, it's your standard 3,000 a profit off your 50K if you want a passing. No, there's no activation fees when you pass on either one of these, and it's end of day drawdown, right? So for example, and with my code, if you use code RED, you can get a 50K account for $40, and basically it's end of day. So probably one of the cheapest end of day accounts you can get for a 50K. And then also it's no activation if you pass it, and you can get weekly payouts. So during the funded, as long as you can make around $600 a day, then after 5 days you get a $1,500 payout. That's pretty much how it works. There is a instant is just going to be like your straight to fund it. They have separate rules from the Instant Pro, right? Instant Pro is also straight to fund it, but there's going to be some differences, right? Your Instant is just going to be like, you have one contract is max position. You can only, your daily loss limit 625. Your maximum drawdown is 1250. This is on a 25K. On a 50K, it would be 3 contracts, 1250 and 2500. It's still end of day. And their consistency is 20% on there. So you don't want to make any more than like $400 a day. Instant Pro is going to be, it's going to be, no, I don't want to buy it. I don't ever buy straight to fund it, but if you guys like straight to fund it, basically straight to fund it, if you go with Instant Pro, you can get, if you get a 50 or a 25K account, you can get it for $119 if you use code RED. And it's pretty standard rules, kind of the same stuff. But that's Aqua Futures. The reason you would want to get those, just to sum it up for you, who asked that question? Sue. The reason why you want to get those, just to sum it up for you, is because it's $40 for an end of day account, no activation fee, and pretty easy rules on payouts. There's nothing like extremely hard. Make $600 a day for 5 days. That's your max payout. If you don't, you're not saying you have to make $600. You can make $300. You can make anything over $100 on the 50K is considered a winning day, and then on the 25K, anything over $75 is considered a winning day. So really, you only have to make over that. Hopefully that answered your question. If you have any more questions on it too, just join the Discord, and you can always ping me, and I will always help you in there. I'll put that in the chat down at the bottom. Click on the link tree, click on the Discord and an icon, and it'll bring you right to it. Forecasting the market is like forecasting the weather, Chris. Yeah, you could. I mean, you could say, hey, it can either rain or not rain. But I'm pretty certain that it's going up, right? Like, we're going to have some dips, but I don't think we're like coming down, right? I don't think we're coming back down to this area. I think unless news, right? News can happen at any time, and it can drop this another 300 points right off rip if it wants to. We would all be rich if we knew exactly which way it was going all the time. True. Nobody knows which way it's going all the time. The good thing about when stuff like this happens, this creates opportunity to give you more of a, you know, more reliable bias, right? Like, you know, after a dip like this, you knew that it was going to push up, especially after the weekend of having news saying that everything's going to be fine, blah, 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 whatever, right? So it was a really, like, these are good opportunities for people to jump on. Tariff dips, COVID, stuff like that, like, where, but even though knowing that it's going to go like bullish, right? Even knowing that it's going to go up, which 9 times out of 10 it's going to go up anyways, because that's just what the market does. It usually always goes up. The problem is knowing how to execute the trades, right? Like, I knew it was going to go up yesterday when I was starting out on Asia Open, but I didn't know it was going to have these wild 50-point moving up and down, and then start grinding up. So, you know, even though I knew which direction it's going to go in, you don't know if you get in here and your stop loss down here, if you get in with too heavy a size, your stop loss down here, and then you go to pop the account, or you're going to take a heavy drawdown because you can't afford it to go down any further. Like, that's the part that makes it hard. It's not, you can know which way it's going and still mess up. Let's see. You what is? Let me catch up. Sorry, I'm getting behind on y'all's chat. Yeah, but we would all be rich if we knew. You know what? You know what messes me up, Brendan, is when we get to this. Once we get back to normal, the normal market right here, this is when it's hard to know. Is today going to be a red day or a green day, right? Like, so that part does become a little more difficult. If Trump doesn't tweet during the weekend, we could have went down another 800 points yesterday. Keystone is exactly what I said. You weren't in the Discord live. If you ever want to join, it's on Saturday nights. But that's exactly what I said in the Discord live. You can ask anybody that was in there, is that if no news was going to change and we were left with this news, it was going to continue to drop. At least for a few more days, right? Because that was really bad news. I'm gonna post it in the Discord. Okay, John, post it in the Discord, brother. You're the first streamer I have seen partnered with Aqua. Yeah, I really like them. So I try to partner with the firms that I personally like, because for me, it's easier to promote something that I can see as a trader, right? Like, I'm a trader as well. So I look at these prop firms and I try to think of which ones that I want to use personally. And so I partner with those prop firms, and then also I partner with the prop firms that kind of hit each niche. Like, one prop firm may have something over the other ones. Like Trade Day has, like, you know, it's cheaper than Take Profit Trader. You can use Project X. It's daily payouts. It's like half the price. That's a niche in its own. Whereas in Aqua Futures has the best pricing on end-of-day accounts, no activation fee. You can use Project X for the people that want to. And then also it has pretty easy payout rules. So that's another niche. And then you have like Apex, where it's super cheap and you can scale up to 20 times accounts. Like, you can get 25,000 of your first 100% payout. Like, all of those are like, they all stand out over each other in a certain category. And so I tried to partner with those ones, right? So right now, I'm not just partner with Aqua Future. It's just one of the ones that I trade on a lot, that I like a lot, for me personally. But right now we're partnered with Funded Next, My Funded Futures, Trade Day, Apex, Aqua Futures. Top one has the cheapest straight to funded account. It's $89. And then Bullinox. Bullinox is just standard, right? Super cheap, standard rules, standard activation fee. You know, it's just a standard one. It doesn't have a whole lot over these other ones, except for reliability when it comes to payouts. Rarely do they not deny payouts. So if that's something you're worried about, Bullinox would probably be the one to go with. And sometimes they run their promo where they're only like $15 accounts versus like Apex that'll be like 30 at the day or whatever. But those are the ones that we're affiliated with. Dark Noob, go short on BTC. We're on NQ, brother. You gotta put them glasses on. Yep, horizontal is probably better. Oh yeah, Keystone, you're over there, so that's good. If that's as, be careful, it's composed of 2 large orders sitting at the high. Check out before I left the office. Oh, good looks, Market. Good looks. Also, Market, if you want to jump over to the horizontal live, you can see my whole stream. I put it in the I'll put it in the chat for you, so you can just click it and join over to the horizontal. Kent said, dibbity dip dip. Exactly, this is different between an analyzer and a trade executor. Yep, Punisher, you're exactly right. Indian Burn, welcome back to the stream. What's up, brother? Aqua Futures seem weird. A lot bad reviews on Trustpilot. They are legit. Yeah, they are legit. There's been people in our Discord that have gotten payouts with them. I've personally talked with the CEO. Actually, I'm going to be doing, he's going to be on my live stream. We're going to be doing an interview with him. And we're also going to do like 3 to 5 giveaways that night as well. That's going to be this month sometime. So if you guys want to check it out. Not sure what part you're talking about. I did look at the Trustpilot reviews and I saw something like, I canceled my subscription, but it didn't cancel. So that has nothing to do with the trading aspect. That was literally have to do with billing. Another person said something like, I blew my account because it was like a technical error with the platform, which I'm sorry to tell you, I've been in that situation in Trade Day and Bullinox. And both of them basically said, well, unfortunately, that's the platform's fault, not our fault. We're just the provide, like, we're just the account. We don't deal with the technical aspects. So yeah, I've read some of the reviews that are on there that are showing bad reviews. They have nothing to do with payouts or the actual prop firm. It just has to do with stupid stuff. And you're gonna have bad reviews on you can go to any prop firm, there's bad reviews. So just because they have some bad reviews on there doesn't necessarily mean anything. They all have bad reviews. I'm pretty sure some of your biggest prop firms that everybody's trading on right now has more, like, has worse reviews on there than Aqua Futures does. Aqua Futures, the beginner one. Yeah, that's the one that I've been using. Which account is 40 bucks? It's the 50K phase 1 beginner account. That's the one that I currently use. I almost have one that's passed. Well, I had one that was almost passed. I'll show you right here. I took a hefty hit, so I'm still up $1,564. I have all my trade days in, but I took this, like, this one hit right here set me back. So all I gotta do is just get another $1,200 day. Well, I'm gonna push for another $1,200 day, and then after that, then like $100 or $200, and this account will be passed. But that's my Aqua Futures I got going right now. But I really want to work on this trade day. I got 2 trade days. I got this one and this one. I'm looking for these daily payouts. I want the daily payouts. I like my Aqua Futures. I like my Apex, but I want some daily payouts. What's up, James? Welcome to the stream, James. Romel said, I was going to buy a beginner one of Aqua Futures, but they seemed weird. I don't know what to tell you, Romel. A lot of people are using them. If you don't like them, don't use them. There's a lot of other prop firms out there. I don't know, like, just saying a prop firm seems weird doesn't really give me anything to, like, talk about. If they're weird to you, then don't use them. Weird rules. What weird rules? It was clear a lot of doubts. It would clear. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, Romel. Let me catch up what you're saying. If you have legitimate concerns, you can ask me. I have a direct connect with the CEO. I could ask him for you. Or better yet, Romel, you know what you could do? Make sure you're here whenever we do the live stream with them, and you can ask him personally, because I'm going to take questions from chat to ask him. So it's going to be like a live Q&A. I felt like we don't ever see that being done in live streams, so I feel like that would be something very beneficial for you guys to be able to actually ask a CEO of a prop firm questions. And let me see, do they have a minimum days to pass the E valve? No, it's a 40%, or I think is it 5 days? Hold on, let me double check. I want to say no. But if it is, it's like 5 days. No, trade day. I'm on trade day right now. Trade day's 5 days. No, they don't have. It's just 40%. You just have to meet the target within 40%, which basically just means don't make more than $1,200 a day. So let's do the math. 1,200, 2,400. So you could technically pass the account in 3 days. If you hit like maximum profits, you could pass it in 3 days. I think they have really good rules, Romel. That's one of the things I like about them. L Good said, ready to get the fun work. Let's go, baby. Man, I lost my Express account with Top Step, and they want to charge me $4.99 to reset it to get back to funded. See, I think Top Step has weird rules. No offense, but I looked at their rules and I was like, 50% of 90% of my profits. Like, I don't know about all that. That sounds like a lot of work for nothing. Not a lot of work for nothing. That's still good, but it seems like a lot of work that you could be getting more money out of other places, right? Like I'd rather get more. The other prop firms are giving you more for what you're making, so why wouldn't I go for that? What do you think about that fee? I don't know. I've never used Top Step. I've looked at them once before, and I'm not saying they're bad. I'm sure they're great. I know they've been around for a long time. They're reputable. They have like a couple of good things about them, but just when I look for a prop firm, I look for what are the reasons that stand out over other prop firms that would make me want to get them, right? Like I need something to be. I'm not going to sit here and buy a daily payout prop firm that costs $100 something. I can't use Project X. I have to whatchamacallit, like when they have another prop firm that has the same thing for half the price, and I can use Project X, right? Like, so to me, that's how I look at it. That stands out, right? So that's why I would use it. For me, when I looked at Top Step, I didn't really see anything that stood out over other ones that would make me want to get them. And not just calling out Top Step. There's a couple of prop firms that are like that. I didn't see a reason to get them. Is it too high, right? Yeah, their e-valves are pretty expensive too. So once again, why am I going to pay that much for an e-valve? If I'm going to pay more money for a prop firm account, they need to have some benefits over the other ones that are cheaper. If not, then I'm going to go with the one that's cheaper. I meant by their rules. The interview, it will clear my doubts. Yeah, no problem, Romel. No problem. They're new to futures, don't get me wrong, but they've been doing Forex for a while. So they're not new. They're just new to futures. I feel like a lot of prop firms are like that now. They were futures, or they were Forex prop firms, and they switched over to futures. 3 days in, pretty sure. Yep, Smoke the Tokes. Welcome to the stream, Smoke the Tokes. Just 40%. Okay, yeah, 40% is good. I mean, you either have like your super cheap e-valves that are like Bullinox and Apex, and you can pass them in a day, or you pay for ones that cost a little bit more. Usually they have like some better rules on the payout side, and so therefore they have the 40% on the e-valve, or 50%, you know, whichever way they do it. Smoke the Trades. I'm waiting on an Aqua to email the verification. Verification for what, Smoke the Tokes? Also, Smoke the Tokes, are you in my Discord? If you have any problems with that, you can let me know, and I can always hit up my connect with them, and it'll get you a faster support response. If you're having any problems with it, it'll get you a faster support response. Top Step is the only firm that charges a tax on your account purchases. That's crazy. Well, are they American based? See, a lot of these prop firms, they do it outside of America, so they don't have to go through like some of the regulations and stuff. If they're American based, then that's why Top Step makes you pay. Maybe that's why they make you pay a tax. I don't know. Justin Lamont, what's up? How's your night going tonight, Justin? Are you green or red on today's P&L? That's what we want to know. Like, that's insane. Yeah, $4.99 is freaking crazy, bro. You're better off just buying like $4.99. That's okay, so $500. You could get, for $500, you could get 10 Aqua Futures. You could get like 20. No, you could get like, let's see. When Bullinox has $15 sales, 30, 60, you can get a shit ton of accounts. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't go that route. A lot of bugs in their software. Yeah, and I'm not trying to make this like I hate on Top Step. Like, I know that there are a few things in Top Step that they do have that are great. I mean, I'm not like affiliated with them or anything like that, but I could point out probably a few reasons people want to trade with Top Step. I just meant it wasn't enough for me to want to personally get an account myself. That's all. I don't want to turn this into a Top Step hating group or not like that. Like, I'm sure they're a great prop firm. They've been around for a while. They're very reputable. They have some insider stuff that helps traders. Like, they're nothing against them by all means. I just personally don't trade on them. That's all I was trying to say. What do you think of Fund It Next? So I haven't used them yet, Sam, so I can't give you like a full my personal review on Fund It Next like I could on Trade Day, Bullinox, Apex, Aqua Futures, all of them. I could give you like my review, but I do know that Fund It Next has the fastest path to payout. I believe it's 3 days. You can get a payout in 3 days. Or maybe you make the profits to get a payout in 3 days. You probably get paid the next day on the 4th day, but still, I know that that's something that they're really known for. So if that's something you'd rather have over some other things, is the fastest path to payout, then Fund It Next would be the way to go. And if you do decide to use them, then definitely hit my link in the Discord. I'm affiliated with them, and I talked with the affiliation manager, and they basically said if we hit a certain level of sales with them, then they will give us some giveaways to give to you guys on stream. And then also, once again, whatever affiliation like code payout money that I get, I'll also turn around and buy more giveaways to give you guys on stream. So we'll get some giveaways going for them. I like to get some giveaways going with some other prop firms. Right now it's just been Apex, Aqua Futures. We did a Earn to Trade one. We did some Bullinox ones. But we haven't done any for Fund It Next. We haven't done any for Top One, and we haven't done any for Trade Day. And all 3 of them or My Fund It Futures. Those 4, My Fund It Futures, Top One, Trade Day, and Fund It Next. They all basically, because I emailed them over the weekend and just let them know like, hey, you know, I'm getting giveaways through some other prop firms, and I'd like to promote you guys a little bit more if you want to, you know, give some to the community and all that good stuff, you know, like trying to sales market them up a little bit so I can get some giveaways for you guys. But they were like, listen, you know, Trade Day was basically like, to be fully transparent with you guys, right? Like I'm an honest person, and I'll tell y'all straight up. Trade Day was like, when you hit this tier, then we'll give you some giveaways, which I believe was like 2,000, right? So when $2,000 in sales hits, not saying that's what I get, right? Like the commissions on Trade Day is like 15% or something. It's not very big, but anyways, when you hit that tier, they give you giveaways. And then My Fund It Futures was kind of like, get some more sales up, we'll talk. And then Top One basically is they're trying to work something out to get some giveaways. And Fund It Next basically said the same thing. Get people using your code and we'll give you some giveaways. That's pretty much where we're at with those. So if you guys do go through any of those and want to see more giveaways on here with those prop firms, then use my link or code. Apex Top Step. This thing is just J hooking up without us. I want to get into the long. I just don't want to get into the long at the top. You know what I'm saying, guys? I don't want to get in the long at the top. Let me get my EpiPen out. MP said, by Thanksgiving, there's no activation fee, so Top Step 50K will only be $50. No activation fee is what MP posted on Twitter last week. Top Step is going to be back on top Stacks Networks, said. Yeah, and honestly, Stacks Networks, if they did that, that would be good, right? Because there's too many prop firms out there right now that are $50, $59, $40, you know, and then ones that are cheaper that kind of give you pretty similar accounts. So yeah, they need to do something like that. If Top Step wants to stay on top, they definitely need to do something like that. And that would help them out if they did that. That would make it more appeasing to me. Marcos said, what are you trading? Marcos, I am trading futures market, and this is the NQ, NASDAQ. So it follows the NASDAQ index. If any of you guys are new at futures trading or want to learn more about futures trading, then definitely join the Discord. And if you guys have any questions, I talk in there all day, and so does everybody else. We'll be able to help you out, be able to, you know, help you figure out which prop firm you want to use, get you an account, and then basically you can start trading on it and try to make yourself a little payout too. Code for MFFU is going to be code RED. Alexandra, just RED, code RED, like the Mountain Dew. Also, you guys that are on the shorts, if you want to jump over to the horizontal, you can see more of my screen. I'll drop the link in the chat for you. But yeah, and all the prop firm discounts are in my Discord, and they're also in my link tree. So it's all laid out real easy for you right there. Do you trade live every day Asia session, Benjamin? Yes, I do. I trade live Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every now and then I'll take a Sunday off, but those are my time frames that I trade, or my days that I trade Asia. I work 9 to 5, so you know I don't have time to trade New York session. I wish I did, and I'm gonna try to put one on for you guys here soon. Let's see where you guys are at. Romel said, like that's insane. Top Step was nice about a year ago, but not very price competitive anymore, Sam said. That's what I've heard. I heard Top Step just has like, it has its fans because it was big back in the day, right? It's like all the boomers are Steeler fans, right? Because back in the day they were good. So they just hold on, even though, you know, they haven't won a Super Bowl in forever. Exactly. What do you think of Fund It Next? We went over that already. I heard Fund It Next has no cap on payouts. Is that true? I'm not sure, Sam. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I don't know the answer, I'll just tell you I don't know. I should know though, because I'm affiliated with them. So I'm probably gonna try a Fund It Next account here real soon. I think I'm gonna get one personally for myself, try it out, see what I like about it, see what I don't like about it. That way I can be able to help you guys on it. Also, if I don't like a prop firm, I will drop the affiliation. I've already done it. There was about 3 or 4 prop firms I was affiliated with, and about 2 weekends ago, I emailed all of them and just basically told them I want to drop my affiliation with them because I didn't. As a trader myself, if I don't like them, then I don't want to promote them to other traders, right? Because I want you guys to actually, I don't want you to jump in a prop firm and then something happen and it be a bad prop firm or something, and then you blame me for it, right? Like I don't want that. So, or I don't want you to be like, Red's prop firms suck. Don't use them. I don't want to be that. He's out here with them Girl Scout cookies. He only got the coconut ones. We want the tag-alongs and the Thin Mint, and he don't got them. You know, I don't want to be selling just the coconut cookies. I want the good ones. Which I'm pretty sure they changed the tag-along recipe because them things are not hitting like they used to. I don't want the Girl Scouts after me or nothing like that, so I'm not going to say too much into it, but they're not the same. They must have went green with their cookies or something. I don't know. Took out some dye or they did something. They changed it up. I like prop firms that don't require buffers for payouts. Yeah, Romel. So, and because you're asking a lot about Aqua Futures, I'll tell you how it works. With Aqua Futures, they don't technically have like a buffer per se. No, I lied. They do have a buffer. So their buffer is $1,500. But it's not the same as in a buffer, if that makes sense. So let me explain how it works. You get the funded account, and then you trade on it. You have to trade on it. You have to have 5 winning days. That's rule number 1. And a winning day on a 50K account is $100. Okay, so you have to have 5 winning days of $100, which not really a rule, because if you think about it, if you don't have at least 5 days of $100, you're not going to get a payout anyway. So it's not really a rule. Secondly, the next thing is when you get over $1,500, you can request a payout. Okay, but say, and the max payout you can get weekly with them is $1,500. So let's say you trade on it for 5 days and you made $600 a day. That's $3,000. You take out your $1,500, leaving the $1,500 in there. You can either you can trade and try to get $300 a day for the next 5 days and pull out another $1,500, leaving the $1,500 in there. But you don't have to. That initial $1,500 you made, you know, you made $3,000, you took out $1,500, that initial $1,500 that's still in there, is technically yours. You can still take that out, but you still have to meet that 5 winning trading days of $100. So you would have to make $100, $100, $100, $100 for 5 days. So now you'd be from 1,500, you'd be at 2,000. You could still take out 1,500, right? And still basically now you'd only be down to 500. So that's the differ, where it's not like a buffer in a sense. As a buffer, you can't take past. But I guess you could look at it as still a buffer, because you still have to get over that to, you know, be qualified for your first payout. Honestly, though, it's still great rules. Look at Bullinox. It's $2,600 before you can, you know, a buffer, and you can't take that. You have to make over that to get it. Apex, you have a buffer. Trade Day, you have a buffer. Take Profit Trader, you have a buffer. Like, they all have buffers, right? So for me, I feel like that's pretty good rules. Are we finally gonna get this freaking pullback? We can get a long. I think I'm gonna start scaling in. I'm gonna start scaling in with micros. Just because it's Asia session and it's really choppy, I don't think I want to trade minis on here and just destroy the account. So what I might do is I might get some micros in here. We'll wait for this drop. We're on the 5 minute. Let me see what the 1 minute looking like. Okay. All right, so I may buy. I'll put 1 micro in right there. And I'll scale micros all the way down to this line right here. Micro, 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 for as long as it takes. Till we get that pop back up. My trade days are my good accounts. I look at them as the good accounts. Just because they're the more expensive ones. They're not very expensive. This one was these were $59. So technically not like, you know, it's not like paying $100 for a take profit trader or anything, but still, compared to some of the other ones that are like $40, Apex, it's like $29, you know, it's more expensive, right? So I definitely, during Asia, I don't want to blow it up trading with minis. Am new to futures. I have been blowing since. Please, do you teach how to trade futures? Well, I'm not an expert trader myself, right? I'm not in a position to teach people how to trade. I can teach you what I know. I've been good enough to actually get payouts myself, but there's a lot of traders out there that know a heck of a lot more than me, is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to boost my own self up, but I can get you started. So I can get you started as like helping you figure out what's going to be the right prop firm for you. I can get you started as far as in showing you how the platforms work, how your indicators, all your basic indicators and stuff work, as far as in like RSI, ATR, your moving averages, you know, kind of help you set up like how you can figure out your own strategy, or give you some of the basic strategies, like your orb strategy, your volume profile strategies, if you're like order flow, if you like ICT concepts, like whichever strategies that you kind of like. And then from there, you go back test it, you tweak it, and you make it your own. And I can show you how to back test it. So I can set down the pavers for you. You just have to make your own way, right? As one of my sayings that I came up with is, I can teach you to trade, but only you can teach yourself to be profitable. So I can teach you how to trade, but you're gonna have to teach yourself how to be profitable. Doug says some of us are Ram fans. It's funny though, because like my dad, right? It's like all of them, him, his friends, and like my family that's his age, all of them are either Pittsburgh Steelers fans or Raider fans. And I'm like, why is there so many Steeler and Raider fans? And then I look back at the history of football, and I realized back when they were younger, it's because they were always winning the freaking Super Bowl. It's like me. I'm a Denver Broncos fan, right? And it's because when I was growing up, they literally were like Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. Like every year, they were either there or winning it. That John Elway, Terrell Davis just was a deadly combo. And then right after that, they took a little break, and then they got Peyton Manning, right? And then they went back to winning Super Bowls, and I was like, that's my team. And then now they suck. So I'm like you guys, except for instead of being a Steelers fan, I'm just forever stuck in the Bronco fan.
Order
All right,
filled.
I'm gonna put another micro right there. Assuming it's gonna come down and either break. I'm assuming it's either gonna come down and break this before it pops up, or tap off the VWAP. That's what I'm thinking. Just because we have, if you see right here, we have like a very low volume node in this area, so it will act as good support. It should, not financial advice, but it should act as good support. Bo Nix is legit. Yep. That sounds great. We'll definitely like that. How do I get that? Okay, so here, join the Discord. I'm gonna put it in the chat. There's a link tree right there. Click on it, the Discord symbol. Click on that, and then once when you're in there, you could just ping me, or you can ask around. I mean, there's a lot of people in there that love helping like newer traders get started. But everybody's really nice so far in the Discord. We got a few bad actors like Market. You know, he might try to send you some feet pics every now and then, but just ignore the pearly whites. Ask questions to the other ones, and you'll be good to go. Ain't that right, Market? No, I'm just playing. Market Vision is like, I'm not modding no more. I'm out. It's too much mod abuse in here. You trade volume? Yeah, so like the way that I trade is I do my charting, right? So I come to the daily, right? And I mark out my daily, which I mark out my daily, right? So this is like an external range. If you do like, I don't know how else to say it, but basically this is my external range. A lot of times this is a different type of day because we are on a day that we're in a news range, right? So it's going to be a little different than our normal like chopping at all-time highs or chopping in the regular trajectory. But usually I'll draw out the external low, external high, which is just the highest and the lowest point of the previous daily candle. I'll draw out a 0.382 and a 0.5 of the body of the previous day candle with the fib. Okay, so what I like to see is I know if we open up here, whoa, that is thick. That line is thick as hell. Hold on. So normally, say if we're in the day and we start here, right? I expect it to at least retrace to here. Like almost certain it's going to at least retrace to there. If not, then here. If it does come down and break here, then once when it comes back and closes above and retest, I'll usually take the long, right? Because it does that a lot. The daily will come down. It likes to at least retrace this. I mean, and you can go and look. There's no argument there, right? That's not like an opinion-based thing. That is a go look at the chart and look at every day candle and tell me which day doesn't retrace at least 0.382 or 0.5 of the previous day candle. 1 out of 10. Like the one that's the expansion candle that moves you out of the range. Like besides that, every other single one does that, right? So I look for at least a tap here to start moving back up, a tap here to start moving back up, or a break of this and a reclose to tap to start moving back up. Okay, unless it's bearish. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to come back up, right? It could be a red candle, but if I'm here and I know that we're at least going to come here, I can look for short setups to get here. And then if we come down through this and then start coming back up through it, now I know on the daily candle we've wicked this, and now the candle can continue to push up its normal path, right? So that's what I guess you would say, like I use levels. I also play off the volume profile, so I do use the value areas. So you have the value area high and the value area low and the POC of the previous New York session. And then I don't really use it during Asia because it doesn't respect New York's positions, but in the like tomorrow's New York session, you'll see what happens almost all the time. You can join my Discord and see I post these like literally daily. If it comes down through the value area and it like retest up to here, I will short that from there to there. Okay, if it just comes straight down through here and hits this and starts finding a base, I will long back to here because that normally always happens. If it comes down through here and retest off a value area low, I will short only until I see signs of weakness, because there's no pivot to really play off of, right? Like there is inside the range. And then vice versa for if we're coming up through it. So if we start out like down here and we're coming up through it, I'll take that long once in that retest back to here. If we come up through here, I'll take that long up to here. And then same thing, if we come out of here, I'll take that long, not knowing where the next pivot is. So at the first sign of resistance, I'll take out. This is me scalping. I usually use like 1 to 3 minis on New York session because momentum's higher, and I can know if my trade's right or wrong pretty quickly, right? So I'll get out. I don't hold losers very long. However, I'm just doing micros in this right here because it's Asia and there's not as much momentum in Asia. There's a lot of times it's just chop. So anyways, we're at the VWAP. I'm going to add another micro right there. We are starting with that 4-hour candle. Like I was saying earlier, the new 4-hour candle, we're probably going to see some retracement down some. Probably to at least there, I would say. And I do use the volume on the side as well. The EMA 58, better known as the candle blocker 58. I use that for my indicators. I use VWAP, I use the RSI, and I use ATR. So I use this usually, you'll see some reaction off of it, like a bounce off of it. As you can see, it happens a lot on anything sub 5 minutes. You know, obviously if you go higher time frame, it's different, but on sub 5 minutes and you're scalping, that's what you'll see. VWAP I use to set the tone. So if the EMA is above it, then I'm thinking bullish. If it's below it, I'm thinking bearish. And then for my indicators, RSI, like say if I'm looking to take a long, which is what I'm doing right now, I'm looking at RSI. RSI is at 24. So it's below the 30. So just it's not that I will trade off of that alone, but it's just the fact that EMA is above the VWAP. Okay, that's confluence number 1. Confluence number 2, the RSI is below 30. That's a good time to be oversold, so long. And then 3, the VWAP, right? We're bouncing at the VWAP. VWAP a lot of time is going to be your bounce point. And then in your volume profile, if you're looking at the volume profile, which is also what I use as a confluence, you can see we have a volume node right here that we're trading in. We have a volume node down here that we're trading in, and then we have low area right there. Low area a lot of times will act as support and resistance, right? So you'll see a lot of chop chop, and then finally when it does break through, it'll go through kind of quickly and chop chop, come back, retest it, and come back up, and then it'll work its way through these orders, right? So me knowing how I use my volume, basically just kind of, we went to the top of this range, we came down the bottom, we came to the top, come down the bottom. As long as it still finds more buyers down here, it'll continue to chop back up through the top of this. So I use kind of like a multitude of confluences to enter a trade, if that makes sense. Plus pivot points. I know it's kind of all over the place, but I'm a newer trader, right? So I got to have extra confidence in knowing when I'm like where I take my trades. And see right here, right? How I was explaining the volume here and here. See how as soon as we popped out of this volume into the low volume node, how it just kind of ran through it really quickly. And it'll do the same thing. If it comes down and it drops out of this volume, it'll run down it pretty quickly back into here. But a lot of times you'll see when we're coming out of a volume, it'll come up, test the bottom of this, right? It'll come up, and then it wants to retest the top of this before it actually makes the move, because a lot of times when you have these volume nodes, it'll test it from the bottom, it'll test it from the top. So when we start coming out, you'll see it kind of come off of this, kind of do this thing, and then you'll get your little drop back to the top. And then that's when, as long as there's still more buyers, it'll pop back up, and that's your classic bull flag. That's why you see the bull flag structure all the time. And then vice versa for a bear flag, right? We're coming out and we want to get back down into this range. You'll see it come back up and test this node from the bottom, and then it'll roll back down, and there's your bear flag. So you guys are probably trading the same thing I'm trading. You're just looking at candle patterns versus volume. It's kind of the same thing. Same concept. All these concepts tie in together at some point or another. Red, you ever do gold? No, Piotr. I'm tired of you asking about the golds. Yeah, I do gold. I don't trade it a lot, and I feel like every time I try to trade it, I get wrecked. I get wrecked on gold. I lie. I can't say I get wrecked on gold. There's a lot of times that I trade gold and I do great. And I mean, I've passed accounts. Calm down, drama mama. There's a lot of times I've had passed like Bullinox accounts and Apex, like your daily, right? There's a lot of times that I've passed them using gold. But if I'm trying to just like stream and trade and stuff, I just seem to get wrecked on gold. I don't know. It hasn't worked out for me very well. I like your honesty. Yeah, I'm honest, Romeo. I'm an honest person. That's I mean, I'm not out here trying to tell y'all that I'm like making millions, buy my course, use my codes. This is my journey. I'm new. I've been trading since April, since the tariff dip. Yes, I'm a tariff dip baby, right? As any like COVID, tariff dip, the dot-com bubble, like it seems like every time something huge happens in the market like that, it brings in a wave of new traders. And I rode on in on the tariff dip, right? I was swimming through, came on in, and yeah, and I didn't start streaming to teach everybody how to trade. That's not what the stream's about. The stream is more just like I've always been a gamer, and trading's kind of lonely, and I want people to talk to while I'm trading, and also it's like a journey. So anybody that's new and hasn't started trading, you can watch somebody that's new and that's learning how to trade, and that's you can learn my mistakes, you can learn my wins, you can, you know, you can see what to do, what not to do. And then for those of you guys that have been trading for 40 years and you're like watching me laughing behind my back because you know that I'm screwing up a lot, then at least, you know, you get to watch me go from that to doing good, to doing better, to my first road to my 100K. So it's kind of more of like a journey versus like a teaching program. I'm not going to try to sell you guys courses or anything like that. Coop, I'm not familiar with Aqua Futures. Are they brand new? They are not brand new. They are new to futures. I think they're a couple years old on the futures thing, but they've been funding Forex. They're a Forex company. So as far as in the company itself, no, it's not new. Yeah, I recently started trading gold and I'm starting to prefer it over NQ. I really recommend start trading 1 to 3 micros to get the feel for it. I really love trading gold. I'm gonna have to try it, Smokes. I'm definitely going to try it. You're not a guru. Yeah, no, I'm not a guru. I'm sorry. I don't want to let you down, Rita. I don't want to let you down. I'm not a guru. Now, don't get me wrong. I've gotten payouts and I get some wins. I get some fat W's in here. You can ask people that's been in the stream for a while. I mean, I've had a lot of people tell me for the amount of time that I've been trading that I'm extremely good. So, hey, Chris said I'm the COVID guy. Yeah, every time there's a big fluctuation in the market, some YouTuber gets on here, full ports the way back up, and they make millions, and then they post a video about it, and then it catches all of our attention, and we ride the wave on in. But I'm glad that it happened because honestly, I love trading. This is like the part of my life I was missing, was trading. I thought it was gaming. I was always gaming, but now this is my game. This is what I like doing. No Chica tonight, Red. No Chica tonight. Mario trades. Let me make sure I'm not missing your guys's. Check your DMs. Okay. You didn't send me no. All right, hold on, Mark. I'm gonna check them. Oh yeah, Top Step talking about how they're gonna try to get the, well, it's not really the lowest price if it's $50, but it is lower. It's good for them, right? All right, we're getting like a little bit of a bear flag, and this is why I scaled in with micros, right? Still hoping that this low volume will support, although it came out. It came back up, retested the zone, and now it's bear flagging. It is possible it could run back through, But as far as in market, I'm allowing the market sentiment being my higher confluence, and that's knowing that we're bullish. We're overall bullish, right? So I'm not going to get scared of the bear flag. I'm not going to let the bear flag scare me. It's fake. It's a fake bear flag. Doesn't mean anything. If you guys are new to the Discord, we have the, I'm just give you a quick rundown. We have the announcements here, which where I put the Discord announcements, anything dealing with Discord. We have the stream announcements as far as in like the giveaways, because we do giveaways every night. So the giveaways that we do, the prop discounts. This is basically what the active discount is right now for the prop firms we're affiliated with. We have your news feed, which is Financial Juice, and I realize it actually comes through this faster than it does the website, unless you're like a premium member or something. Then you have all your alerts, which is just like my X posts, you know, like all my social links, the bots, what all the bots are in here, what they do. You have oh, I'm gonna add one more right there. Boom, added one more off of the break of this 4 hour. So remember I said that the 4 hour open up will probably get a jump down, which is good because that's why I was hoping to get some longs in. It came down at retest at the top of this. Hopefully that will just be the stopping point and not that it comes down and takes this whole bar. Let's hope not. But for my sake, let's hope that that right there is going to be the testing point to go back up. That's what I'm hoping for. And we also ran this low right here, right? So anybody that was long right here, more realistically, just because of psychology, right? Probably put their stop losses right there. So we come down, we run through it, we get the pop sell off from there, and then hopefully we start making our way back up, is my idea. If it doesn't, and this low volume right here doesn't hold, and this thing just drops back down in the zone, well, then I'm just gonna have to wait until it comes back and retests this area. I'm gonna be trapped. This is where the bulls will get trapped, that the bears will just have control until we come back. But I know we'll come back because, well, we're bullish. So it's coming back. Unless there's any bad news that pops off from now till then. I've been thinking of doing this strat. So DCA on the dip on Asia through London. And then that way New York comes in and just runs you up to $1 million. That'd be awesome. I've kind of already thought of that strat, Kent. I was talking, actually, I was talking with Market Vision about this like a month ago. That if you use, it's this type of strat, right? So you know that the overall market is bullish, right? And that's just basing off of, if you're looking at the daily, it just kind of always, you'll have a little pullback, and then it just, more times than it doesn't, it's normally going up, right? So if you come in and you wait for the day, right, and it drops, say like a New York session, it comes in and it drops and it takes down a bunch of levels, it takes the lows, you take a micro. If for whatever reason it keeps dropping, you take another micro, you take another micro, you take another micro. Eventually, when it starts doing this, you're going to be in a great position and you get that long all the way back up. And it'll work for most days until we get the bearish day that we're going to have like that daily candle, that daily candle, that daily candle, and then solid, you know, once when you have that, then it's not going to work, obviously, but it's the probability game, right? The probability is the market's going to go up. So your chances on that side are greater than doing it the other way. So it's kind of like a strat you could use, honestly. Hi, Red. Giving Aqua Futures a go. Hope code Red will be the luck. It is. Georgian, make sure that on your eValve, just to make it easy for you so you don't have to sit here and sweat all the rules, on your eValve, do not make more than $1,200 a day. That way you're under the consistency rule and you can pass the account as soon as you hit the 3,000. Once when you get to your funded, same thing. You could make $1,200 a day, but I would not I would only target $600 a day, because their consistency, the way that it works is basically if you get so I believe if you're at 40% come time of payout, it's like 80% profit split. If you're under 30% come payout, then it's 90% profit split. And then if you're at 20%, it's 100. So if you do $600 a day for 5 days, you'll get the maximum 100% of $1,500. So basically, long story short, all you gotta do is no more than $1,200 on an eValve. Try to target $600 a day for your funded for 5 days. That's pretty much it. As long as you can remember that, you'll be good to go. I figured it out and switched, Kevin said. Oh, Kevin jumped over to you got off the short bus. We got a lot of people over there on the short bus. Let me see what they're talking about. Benjamin said, Discord link not working. Can't click on it. Here, you can't click on the Discord link? Oh, and just to go back over, general right here, this is where we all talk about trading throughout the day. Pro trades is for the people that have gotten payouts, which they posted in the payout section here. As you can see, the payout section. They get the roll, which you could get too, and that way they can post their trades in here if they want to. So that way the general public can see it. Enter trade of the week, which could be a winner of a giveaway if you hit the trade of the week. And then chart artists, if you do good chart art, then, you know, obviously we might do a giveaway for that. Ideas and feedback, anything you guys want me to know as far as in the stream or any of that stuff, then you can always just hit me up here and let me know what you want me to add or take away. Payout section, pass eValve, post your good stuff right there. And then, yeah, that's pretty much. And we also have an open VC. You guys can jump in and trade with each other anytime you want. And then we do the live every Saturday. We do charting, technical analysis, market analysis. We do it live in there Saturday nights to go over the next week's. So it's kind of how that works. Let me go ahead and get you a new invite code. Invite the channel. We're going to do... Here you go. See if that works for you, Benjamin. And for any of you guys, if you're having any problems with it, here, I'll just put the Discord straight up there for you. All right, bouncing off a value area high from New York session. We ran through this low volume pretty quickly. Now the question is, are we going to chop back down into this range? Or are buyers still present here? And we're going to push it back up into this range. Which to me looks like a pretty good size bull flag. So hopefully it'll come back up. And I'm going to add my last micro right there. So now we're in it for 5 micros. I'll go just below the POC. Right there. I can get rid of this blue line now. That was just for me to see the 4 hour come and close the other 4 hours. So there's no 4 hour value gap, which normally there's not unless there's expansion. Do you trade New York open session as well? No, Pat, I work during New York session, unfortunately. So I trade it. Don't get me wrong. That's my most profitable time to trade, but I can't stream it. Indian Burn just went 2 minis on ES long. Let's go. That's more confluence for my trade. ES is going to push up. This will push up, right? ES moves 10 points. NASDAQ moves 40. So I hope your long plays out for your and my sake. What's your target? My target, the top of this range. But honestly, I think we're going to be bullish. So I'd like to see it just continue to go up, right? I like to see, I don't know, right? I like to see this level goes up, this level goes up, this level, right? So I'll be looking at trailing up here, but I'm hoping that will come up, you know, and just keep going. I don't know. It depends on how long it takes, what the volume we're getting, all that stuff. If it looks like it's going to ride, I might let it sit. I might let it sit over London. That's why I only scaled in with micros instead of taking a mini, so that way it gives me the flexibility of doing this. Had I tried to take a long or something off of minis, then would have been screwed, right? I would have been screwed. Honestly, if I was scalping with minis, I probably, the break of the EMA, I probably would have shorted from there to here, because you guys, like you always hear me say, the 3-finger spread, it usually closes. So I would have just shorted the 3-finger spread, but it's a freshie account. I want to build a little buffer in this trade day account before I start trading on minis anyways. Something new that I'm trying. A lot of times I've always just traded 1 to 3 minis. I'd never mess with micros. But now when I get a fresh account, I want to try to get like a $500 buffer in there using micros and then scale up to my mini. Even though you don't have to with trade day, you don't have a scale. You don't have to scale. You can just trade with whatever size up to 5 minis you want. But Bart Simpson pattern says it's going down though. The Bart Simpson Kent. It does have the Bart Simpson thing going, don't it? No, not exactly. No, because the Bart Simpson thing would be more like this, right? This has more of like a bowl shape. So if anything, the Bart Simpson head is if anything, the Bart Simpson, I'm looking at the Bart Simpson like this. That's the Bart Simpson. So it's gonna go up with the cat ears. I don't know. Futures trader is the Bart Simpson expert. We'll have to consult the expert. Futures trader, is this a Bart Simpson head up or down? We need to know. We need a technical analysis. I can't even trade for my 9 to 5. Kudos to you, managed to trade it somehow. Why can't you trade to your 9 to 5? Is it you trade from your phone? That's what I do. Speaking of phones, where the hell is my phone? One second, I'll be right back. I'm back, sorry. Oh, that's the sound of getting old. Oh, when you gotta sit down and... Alexa, shut up. Nobody talking to you. Man, I hate how Alexa just sounds off without even being talked to, right? Look at the 30-minute. Looks like puts. I'm targeting the 4-hour open candle. You're targeting the 4-hour open candle, so let's look and see. Oh. Yeah, you're thinking it's going to close this whole thing? This is kind of like a little bit of a supply zone right here. Or demand zone. Right there. A little bit of a demand zone. We didn't get any news, did we? Always gotta check. South Korea. I haven't been checking up on any of this stuff. Nothing too crazy though. What's your stop loss? Just down here, Bob. I'm I'm just down below the POC of the previous New York session. I'm down at 24,899. Just at the lows of this range right here. And I am using my daily loss limit. So the way that I do my loss limit for the day, so I don't tilt, which is what I'm trying to work on, is basically say my target for the day is $500. Then if I lose $500, then I'm done for the day. I'll wait for the next day. So I'm still within that range. If I get stopped out, I'm still within my daily hit range. Getting rich from affiliates. Let's go. That's the dream, Invisible G. I wish. I ain't getting rich from nothing right now. But please believe if I ever hit that PW status, you know what I mean? I'm building a warehouse too. Trading warehouse. That'd be nice. I'm about to make the short bus over there. I'm about to make it so only subs can talk, so that way y'all gotta subscribe to me before you talk trash. I'm about to do that. How do you live stream? Every live stream I do ends up in a full screen area of YouTube. Bitcoin Dave, I'm live streaming full screen. You can jump over to the full screen. All you gotta do is click on the channel. I mean, current 4-hour open as my exit for scalps. Yeah, I got you. Might break Asia low, then push up. It could. I mean, it could come all the way down here. But nah, that's not gonna happen. I don't know for sure, right? I'm not a trading professional. But nah, it's not gonna happen. I trade a lot of Asia. And I don't see them going from, let's see, 898 to 898, so that's what? Like a 50-point push straight up and then come straight back and then start pushing down. It could though. It's gonna go quick right here because it's low volume. Now we're back testing this range right here, the top of it. So this is gonna be the telltale sign. Now if this doesn't hold and they don't start pushing back up, then this range right here, then they're gonna chop back through here. Then yes, then it might actually break my low, but that's fine. That is fine. That's why you just don't risk more than you're willing to lose. Is this your first time with NASDAQ? Order to reject it is muted. Let him know. I can't see his messages. He's muted. I'll just play order to reject. You might want to get out and play it safe. It's okay. It's all right. The worst case scenario, I get stopped out. And then that's just like my daily loss limit. It's fine. Totally fine. As long as there's no bad news, I don't really see us just start dropping. You know what I mean? Like, we've held this for a long time. We've held this level for a long time. I don't see why we would just start dropping. Not saying that I don't ever believe in it dropping, but I mean, you don't say it like I'm not seeing it dropping right now. I'm seeing it retracing. I mean, I just don't. Wouldn't make sense to me. I'm gonna go with what makes sense to me. Was a nice flag break though. Yep. Fed Chair Powell's speech, if not mistaken. No, he ain't speaking at this time. It's like 11 o'clock at night. It's only going down to 748. Sorry, I am new. AMD and it below my 200 SMA and 2 minutes. Yep. Well, if it's AMD, it would be accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? Wow. Tomorrow is Fed, not mistaken. Oh, okay, tomorrow. Yeah, it might be. I haven't looked. A lot of volatility. Yeah. Well, like I said, if we dropped out of this range right here into that low volume, that it was gonna go fast, right? So I was expecting that. But now what I'm expecting is that this will hold and it'll push back up. If it doesn't, then I'm screwed. Then I'm out of this trade and I'll have to rotate to the next account. And then I'll long from a better position down here. I often see after holidays a decent retracement into the day that hasn't happened yet. We just had a huge sell-off of like 4% of the market. And Monday was a bank holiday with a decent push-up. I think we break 925, then down to 897. Why are you guys so bearish? What am I not seeing? Tell me, why are y'all so bearish? What am I missing here? What am I missing? Pump, 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 pump. That's a pullback. That's not, I'm still not bearish. It's a pullback. Hell, I'm about to add on to this pullback. As long as there's no news out there that I'm missing, I'm about to add on to this pullback. They're anticipating the gap fill. What gap? This right here? I mean, it's already been almost filled. I'm anticipating the gap fill this way. That huge. I'm not letting y'all scare me out of my long here, guys. Apex Web Designs. The parallel channel, I can show the connections. Are you ready? We are ready. So we can get ready. We got to get ready for this giveaway here in a minute. I'm going to do the giveaway here in a minute. question is, should I add on here or should I wait for it to get... Actually, I'm going to wait for more confirmation. I'm just scared it's going to go quickly. When it starts reversing and coming up, I'm scared it's going to go up quick. So I want to make sure I'm adding on somewhere. I'm going to wait till it creates a base, right? Starts creating a little bit of a base, and then I'll add on. Probably scale into it another 5 micros at that point, and then that'll bring this down about halfway. Target up at the top of this, and that'll give us a good position. 24,448 would fill the gap. Yeah, I mean, and you guys might be better traders than me, and y'all might think that, you know, y'all might be right. It might be coming down all the way down, but I'm just going off of like common sense. You know, like common sense says that we freaking dumped way down here, and then we realized news was not bad. Basically, we're trying to do what we can do to get out of the Trump stuff or the tariff stuff. So we're coming back, right? So after a dump like this, it's hard for me to think, you know, unless news has changed, unless I'm missing something here. But we have so much more to make up. I mean, we have 24, so let's say 24,900 just to get to the bottom. What's that, 800 points? I don't know. I'm not seeing, even if I get stopped out, that's like, I'm not seeing it like come down anymore. I mean, I guess I could be wrong, but to me it's just like common sense is saying that's not what's gonna happen here. All right, we're gonna create a little bit of base here, or are we just gonna... create a little bit of a base, and then hopefully that's what happens. Absolutely, you're back in range now, so I do like the long. Yeah, I'm thinking about adding. It came down, it made the bull flag, it retested the top of this, and then now the question is, as long as there's still buyers, it'll push up. If for whatever reason there's not, which there should be because buyers have been buying every dip on the way back up on the retracement, but if there's not, for whatever reason, then obviously we'll lose this trade. But if there is, then we've scaled in all the way down. I'm going to scale in heavier right here as we start to go push out of it. And then we'll have a nice position for a good trade. Right? Right. All right. Now all I want to see is a higher high before I do it, right? I want to see higher high, and then I will add probably 5 more micros in. Don't want to do it now, just in case if I'm wrong and it completely just dumps down, takes out the lows. I don't know. It very well could be gunning for that. I don't know. We will see. We are already down here. It's going to grab those stops. Yeah, that does make sense. We are already down in this range, right? So it's like, hey, we might as well. But I don't know. I don't see why they would have pumped it that much and then just all of a sudden, especially after a huge retracement or a huge sell-off that we've already are in. Look at Discord. Sir Mammoth says, yes, sir. 1 second. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Let's look and see. Yep, you got your range. Your chart's clean. I like your chart. Sir Mammoth, I like your chart. Even the volume profile on the sides is nice and clean. Right there at the little point of control. Pop. That's nice. I like it. All right. All right, we're going to do a giveaway here in just a few minutes, guys. Smash the like button if you haven't already. And join the Discord if you're not already in there. I'm back for the third night in a row. Let's go, Bull Flag. Bull Flag, jump over to the horizontal and join the rest of the chat. There's like 200 people over there. I can't keep up, Bull Flag. I need you to keep up with the chat for me. This is going to the lows. And everybody's banking against me. Y'all are trying to scare me out of my trade. Look at y'all. I'm already feeling a little nervous about it, okay? Because we're getting close to my stop loss. Y'all just gonna add on to it. You just gonna kick the man while he's down, ain't you? It's just like, oh yeah? Right there by your stop loss. Feeling a little scared. Guess what? It's gonna dump another 100 points. Kicking me while I'm down. I'm just rolling the dice on this one. I'm here, bro. I'm here. Let's go, chat. There we go, Bull Flag. Bull Flag's going to hold it down, guys. He's going to be your host for the night. I'm going to go pack the hookah and grab a drink. And then as soon as we get back, we will do the giveaway. So do not go anywhere. And you guys can watch me. I can't watch this anymore. I can't watch it no more. If I watch it, it's messing me up, right? So I can't watch it. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna pack the hookah. I'll be right back. Don't let me lose, okay? You bulls, I need y'all to start buying this dip. Start buying it up. Right now. Start buying it. What if I did that? I might as well. I might as well not do that, right? Should I do that? Should I pull a stock tiger? No, because I think if it runs these, the problem is if it runs these lows and does turn around and reverse back up, when it runs these lows, it's gonna get a wick, like a whap. You know what I mean? It's gonna get one of those wicks, and then it's just gonna take me out for more. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna leave it. But anyways, don't let me lose the trade. I'll be right back. Bull Flag Buyer is your host for the night. He's gonna hold it down. Ain't nobody going against you, bro. No, I'm just joking with you guys. Entertainment purposes only. This is fake money, not financial advice. This is monopoly money. Until you get a payout, then it's real money. Green Candle said, checkmate. That's fun. When green candle's shorts, you know there's a problem. When red candle's longing, it's just the market. You know the market's crazy right now. You got green candles short, red candle long. Nobody knows what's going on anymore. Let's all go home. Oh man, that was a nasty dump. No, that's a 100-point move. I'm saying, guys, what happened here? I am in. How can I get in the giveaway? I am in your Discord. We'll run a Rumble bot, Zen. I'll let you know here in just a second. We're gonna start it up, okay? Because I know some of you guys got to get to bed here soon. Some of y'all can't hang, so I'm gonna run the giveaway. Don't worry. Are we getting a reverse? We survived. We survived. Yeah, they are chocolate chip cookies. Look at this. All you guys. We're going to drop 400 points. The world's over. Markets are crashing. It's all over. You were wrong. It's like a 10-point pop is going to turn around and drop on me. Well, I appreciate all your technical analysis, reviews, and your opinions, but we're going back to the top, baby. I'm about to throw in like 20 micros right here just to scale my way back up into this. That's right, Kiko. Exclamation point revive. If only the market was like Rumblebot and you could just hit exclamation point revive. That was the biggest bull flag of my life. If Asia is going to play this like New York, like I was saying earlier, if price runs down through this value area low, bounces off POC, it usually comes back to at least here. So if Asia is going to play like New York, they're at least going to come back here. But I've noticed Asia doesn't usually respect New York's value areas as much. Really, I'm looking at it like this. We've come down into this range. So now we need to see it chop up, chop in this range to see if we can get a push out. Are you like the next Rips? And Rips old? I don't know. Rip's pretty cool though, ain't he? That's a cool guy right there. Rips is a cool freaking dude. I don't know about y'all, but I like him. I kind of like the dude. I mean, he's not as pretty as me. He's definitely a better trader than me. He's a cool guy. I like him. Ribs can be a douche, Red. Oh yeah, Red ain't. Nah, I'm pretty chill. I like to joke around. I'll joke around with you guys, but I don't really ever get mad unless the short bus over there keeps talking crap. You're gonna see me freak out on stream, but I'm trying to hold it in. And when I say that, I'm talking about the shorts live. That's where I get all the people that are just swiping through and they're just like, you can't trade, and then they keep swiping, right? And then like the next person comes in, they're like, and you live stream this, and then you're down this, and I gotta deal with that on the shorts live constantly. Let's front ran it. We did. We didn't front. Yeah, we front ran it by a lot, Kiko. We front ran this thing almost to the ground. Usually you want to front ran it just like right there, but we're We're like those crypto pumpers. We are in early, baby. We are early. We knew where it was going. We just got in early. That's all. In crypto, that's great. And futures doesn't seem to be as good. Tommy with just sweeping shit. Tommy, don't you say it again. We're not sweeping nothing. We swept all that. And now we're going to sweep this. That's what we're sweeping. All right. We got the first high. Now let's see a higher low. We're adding in like 400 micros. And that'll bring this down to here. And then we're going to ride it back up. And y'all gonna see Mr. Clean. What we gotta go lower to go higher. We went lower. You want me to show you? We went too low. Way too low. All right, let's get the giveaway going. I know this trade is kind of entertaining right now because I know like 90% of y'all are just like, please sweep those lows. Please take red out. You know, I know y'all are. So but yeah, let's give it a few more minutes because I feel like this is going to be the telltale, right? If we come and we bear flag and we chop back down to the bottom of this, it's going to probably want to come down and take this. But if we get a higher low right here, then we're probably going to see the reverse. It's weak on last 30 minute is nice. How do I partake in the giveaway? So just join the Discord and I'll show you how to do it right as we start it up, okay? It's really simple. It's just one click. Need maids and shit. Tommy. She's going down. Thank you, Short Bus. We know. Fucking. We know. It's going down. It's going down forever. It's going down until you either blow this account or you hit your stop loss. Then after that, we will rally 500 points. But until then, it's going down. We know this. Can you send again? Yes. Ramon, I got you. Oh, is that gonna be a higher low? Okay. I think I'm gonna add on here, guys. I think I'm not gonna add on here. Gonna wait. We're gonna be patient. We're gonna be patient. 856, your stop should be safe. Tommy. I felt the sarcasm in it when you said it. It's just move it a little lower. You'll be all right. That's what. Do you always counter trend trade? I'm not counter trending. We have been pumping for 2 days, or not 2 days. We pumped Sunday night. We pumped Monday. Okay. I'm not trend trading. I'm going with the trend. The trend's not going with me is the problem. I'm going with it. It's running for me. A little fog 24,884 fair value gap. I mean, there's a whole lot of fair value gap action. There's a really big one right above where I want it to go. A really big fair value gap. It's the biggest. Yep. How to enter the giveaway in Discord? Yes, Romel, you gotta jump in the Discord, brother. And then I'll run a Rumble bot, and basically all it is like a little bot in general. It'll have a little emoji below it. You click on it, and that automatically enters you in the giveaway. It'll run through a role play thing, like it'll say how price action stabbed red candles, and he got a stop loss taken because it sucks. And then it'll knock me out and knock everybody else out, and the last person alive will win the account. So it's pretty much how it works. It's pretty easy. Super easy. All you have to do is join Discord, click on the double sword action. That's all you gotta do, baby. Man, don't we love trading? Don't we love this? Trading's awesome. Freaking. I mean, honestly, I have another $1,000 in drawdown. I could eventually it's gonna turn around. So, I mean, technically, I could do this. Who loses now? Nobody. I'd put an order for like 40 micros, 1 point above your stop loss. Good luck. Thanks a lot, Tommy. Your heat signature is like way out here on the book maps. Literally, like, you guys aren't even gonna leave it there. You're just doing that thing where you just put the heat signature there till the price gets there and then you remove it real quick. That's messed up. Is the strategy here is to DCA until green? Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. It can't go down forever. So, joke's on you, NQ. I refuse to lose. Or if you grew up in the 90s, I'm too legit to quit. It's not happening. I'm not getting stopped out here. All right, we made a higher low. I'm adding on. I'm going to put one on right there. Now we're in for 6. I was going to put more. I'm a little scared. So we're going to put 1 in. MC Hammer. Yes, sir. Going along with red here's red candles going along with red candles. It can't make go down forever. Yeah, it can't go down forever. So either way, joke's on NQ. I'm going to win this trade regardless. I don't care. The only way NQ is going to win this is if it takes this account. But it's a freshie, so good luck. There's a whole lot of drawdown. Might get somewhere. I'm just joking around, guys, trying to make you laugh a little bit. I am still fully confident in this trade. I am totally joking. I am I'm literally DCAing every, like, as long as it keeps coming down, I'm gonna keep adding on until we go back up. I really don't care. Bros on tilt. Wouldn't you like to see that green candles? I'm just tilting for entertainment. Range bound now for a while. Yeah, it's found its way back into this freaking volume area, so it's just gonna chop for a little bit, which is fine. It's fine. I got nothing but time. Nothing but time. I'll call out of work tomorrow for this trade if I got to. We're gonna win it. What's the pair? NQ. You got the NAS and you got the DAC. It's the NAS DAC pair. It's not a pair. It's futures. The futures market. I've never traded Forex. How many of you guys traded Forex? Or how many of you guys do trade Forex and you just watch futures for the fun of it? I've never tried Forex, but it seems like, I don't know. All right, futures trader 420. If you're here, we had the Bart Simpson here. Now we're gonna have the Bart Simpson here. So I'm just gonna keep adding these dips right here, and then we're gonna see it pump back up. Right? Still trade DFX. See what I learned from you, right, futures? I learned this from you. Bart Simpson, and then I'm gonna add it on these Bart Simpsons because we're gonna come back. Do you like trade? So for you guys that trade Forex, do you like trading Forex more or do you like trading futures more? Because I've never tried Forex, but I know it's like very similar with the prop firms. Yeah, yes, you say it's NQ. It's the NASDAQ. NQ is garbage with this dumb bouncy yeah, Corey, yeah, you know, the problem is like I've only traded NQ with the futures. Like that's the main thing I've traded, so it's hard for me to pull away from it. I I do kind of want to move over to gold and ES. I hear a lot of the older traders that are really experienced with the market and have probably been profitable for years. They all tell me to go to ES. They say stop wasting your time on NQ, jump over to ES. It's a lot clearer path. It's a lot easier to trade. That's what they tell me. I don't really ever trade it, so I don't know, but gold is the girlfriend and NQ is the wife. So what you're saying is we need to be on gold. Okay. We'll have to check it out then, guys. ES is better on RTH for sure. So Indian Burn, that's what it is better. That's what a lot of people have told me. I might need to start trading it, but as far as in streaming wise, I don't think nobody wants to watch ES, right? We don't want to watch like a candle move 1 point, a candle move 1 point. Like, we don't want to see that. But as far as in being like profitable, yeah, I can see ES being kind of easier too. NQ took money from me today. I got smacked. Gold is better. I think 15-minute time frame. We'll have to check that out, Seaside. Also, Seaside, if you like the horizontal live better, since you're talking a lot over there, jump over to the horizontal live. You can see more of my screen, and there's a lot more people chatting over there. It's just click on the profile. All right, so we'll do the giveaway while we're buying the dips on this range right here. I think on the next low, we get one more low right here. I think I'm gonna start adding in like 2 at a time. Just so I can start bringing this down some. Okay, let's get the giveaway going on for you guys. I'm gonna post the Discord one more time for you guys that are not in it. Click on that link right there. Seaside, you too. I want you in the Discord. Get in there. And we're going to do the giveaway. We can do the giveaway, baby. You guys want to hear the Red Candle Nation song that Market, I'm going to put these on real quick, that our mod Market Vision made, which is awesome. If you guys make songs like this, definitely hit it up. You know what I mean? I'm trying to hear more of it. Hold on, let me put this over here. Let me get the music down. We're gonna play the Red Candle Nation song. Drop the music. Dim the lights. Get ready for the anthem. All right. Red candles burning, the charts don't lie. Nasdaq slipping like a tear in the sky. Futures trader with the coffee in hand. Give y'all a minute to get in here. It's gonna be for Aqua Futures 50K account. Aqua Futures, baby. Go ahead, buy your stuff, Graveyard. What'd you buy? Double tap the screen, like and subscribe. The market's a dance, feel the algorithm vibe. Leverage the chaos, we're here to play. Tomorrow's profit is made today. Highs and lows, it's a wild, wild ride. Code red when the trends collide. Red candles nation, right. Let's. Good song, right? You guys like that song? I think it's cool. It's the first song we've gotten, so I think it's pretty cool. I like it. Thank you, Margaret, for making the song for us. Okay. Did I miss it? No, you didn't miss it. I'm waiting for them to buy their stuff. So on Rumblebot, you can, when you win, you get gold, or if you do daily logins, you get gold, and you can buy things that can help you during the gameplay of it to win. But we're getting ready to start it up. So as soon as you guys are done, no, it ain't happened yet. Yeah, tell him, Brendan. Why am I even saying it? You tell him. Okay. I can't see the sword. Well, I'm waiting because everybody's all right. Everybody stop buying stuff. We're gonna start it up now. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, so this is how you do it. We're gonna go. We're just gonna battle whatever random one there is. See this sword here, and I'll bring it in the middle so you guys can see. See this sword right here? Just click it one time. It will turn blue. If you click it twice like that, then basically it will not turn blue. Let me delete that message. Yeah, delete that crap. Get out of my face. So you just click it one time, it'll turn blue. If it's not blue for you, then you didn't do it right. No, don't click that sword. Don't let these guys fool you. They're trolling you because they want to better their chances. This sword will not get you. Oh my God, you guys. Market fish. Market fishing, what the deal? Y'all are trying to game the system. Stop it. Stop. Let the newbies get in the game, guys. Y'all stop. Listen, this is ridiculous. I gotta do this. Stop. Click that sword right there. Not that one. I don't think I can delete that reaction. Remove reaction. Y'all got me out here trying to do this crap. Oh my God. It's the very first emoji. If you click on any of the other ones, it's not going to work. You got an Israel. It isn't going to work. Israel's not going to save you. The check mark's not going to save you. The eggplant, the wet emoji, none of that's going to save you. It's this sword right here. Okay? Y'all are trolling the new people, and they're like, where do I enter? And they can't find it because y'all won't stop posting this shit. Y'all are wrong. You know that, right? You're wrong for that. Let me see. All right, it is started. Ooh, Red Candle's got a dagger from the sponsors, baby. Let's go. Do that work. If I win, I'm gonna give the giveaway away to one of our members. If you want to be a Doji member in the channel, or better yet, one of the other members, then we welcome you to the membership. Just hit it in the YouTube. Help support the channel. And like I said, I'm transparent with you guys. The affiliation and all that stuff goes to giveaways for you guys. The YouTube money, that is what I make as a streamer. Not that I've made anything yet, but I'm just saying that's what that portion I will keep for me, just for staying up late every night to do this. But besides that, so any of the super chats, the super thanks, the memberships, anything, ad revenue, any of that stuff, I will keep for myself. I'm gonna be greedy with it. That's mine. If it ever comes to the point where I get paid on that stuff. But as far as an affiliation code, that's y'all's money. You're spending the money using code RED, so I put that back in a giveaway for you guys. That's why we're able to have giveaways every night. gotta buy another dip. Boom, got another dip. We got another dip. All right, we're in it for 7 now. I didn't die. Did I? No! Revive me. He said almost had it. Gotta get that revive. Revive me. Stop with the backpack titles. Oh, down to 4 players. We're down to 4 players. Feet picks, Jay. I caught that. Uh-oh, who got revived? Down to 2 players. Who's it gonna be? Mr. Monster. Mr. Monster, you have won. Accidentally stabbed in the stomach with their dagger while giving them a hug. How romantic. Did you see my comment in Discord? I said, don't use BART trading view indicator. Also, there may be a way to trade BART, but I show it as a joke, but half the Batman. No, I know Features Trader. I was using it as a joke. Although it is kind of making that Bart Simpson down here, you know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. All right. So, Mr. Monster, I'm going to message you. I'm going to put Yoda. So when you get a chance, message me back. And I just need to make sure that you are in an eligible country to use it. Just in case, because if you're not in an eligible country, then obviously you won't be able to use it. You might as well give it to somebody that can. Even if you did get a payout on it, they wouldn't pay you because you're in an eligible country. So as long as you're not within one of those countries, I can shoot you over that code right now. You're in Florida too? Let's go, Mr. Monster. I'm in Florida as well. I am in Florida too. We got a couple people in chat actually that's from Florida. I think there's like 2 of them that's from Jacksonville, Piator's and what, Ponte Vedra or somewhere there, East Jacksonville. And then I'm just south of Jacksonville, over like Orange Park. All right, let me get you that code, brother. 1 second. Okay, so here's the code. Once when it cancels, Mr. Monster, if you like blow the account or whatever and it ends up canceling out, just make sure that you use code RED to get another one and you cancel that one, just so that way if it renews, it doesn't renew at full price. That way, if you blow it and you get one through code RED, then if you do blow it and it goes to renew, it'll renew at the $40 versus the full price. Yep, no problem, buddy. Thank you for being in the stream. Another Florida brother. We got, who do we got? We got Sammy in the Discord. Sammy in the VC. I know a lot of you guys like to jump in there and like to trade together, and that's awesome. I love seeing it too. I love seeing when there's a group of you guys in the VC trading. We got some new chart art. No, we ain't got no new chart art. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, starting now. Just because the Rumblebot thing's becoming a problem with making like newer people to Discord probably hard to track. They probably don't understand what the heck is going on. I get what's going on, just because I've used it a lot. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a channel, guys. So under general, or maybe what I'll do is I'll add a thread right before. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a thread right before the giveaway tomorrow night, and then that way any of you guys that want to buy stuff or use your use stuff for the Rumble bot, you can do it in the thread so it doesn't clog up the general channel. Sounds good? All right, cool. Glad we're on the same page there. Oh, you're in St. Augustine, that's right. I knew it was somewhere over there by the beach. All right, we're coming back down. We're bouncing off of the POC of New York. Accidentally just bought 100 micros on that bottom red line. Oh no, 100's pretty hefty. I'd be a little scared if I had 100. I was like, what's going on, Romel? Yeah. So normally Romel, the Rumble bot will just post those like little role playing squares where it just tells like who knocked out who. But because people were buying stuff, because it is like where you can use your gold, when you win gold, you can use it to purchase stuff to help you whenever you're in game. I'm going to create a separate channel so that way when people want to buy stuff going into the next giveaway, because we do it every night, then what we'll do is have people go in there and buy their stuff so that way it doesn't clog up the channel and make it hard for you guys. Okay, we just swept the 1 hour low. ES has not. So on a divergence level, ES would be the one to take a long from, right? Yeah, but we also haven't swept this low right here. We haven't swept all that. There's a lot more liquidity built up there and there than there was right underneath this one, I would assume. If you're looking at sweeps, that is. Where I will actually get out of this trade, though, is if this right here, if we break down out of this zone and we start making a bear flag, then it may want to come down into like this range down here. And I'm not gonna afford that much loss, so I will back out at that point. But I'm banking on this zone holding and just scaling our way back up in. I can trade up to 5 minis, which is 50 micros, so I have plenty of room to scale my way back up. But I just need to see it hold, right? I need to see this hold before I do that. We put one in this dip right here. We put one more in this dip right here. I didn't catch this dip because I was explaining the Rumble bot. That's how you guys know I love you. Green candles. Nah, it's not game over, green candles. I'm sorry, Arc Nemesis. You don't win this time. I'm going to win this time. I will hold this trade all night if I have to. What are you in, RH? I am in NQ. NQ futures. We are in the NQ futures. Also, you guys on the short live, you want to jump over to the horizontal, then come on over. And the Aqua Futures giveaway I just gave away, they give us, what's say, Polk County, man. Polk County, Florida here. Let's go, Polk. Let's go. Yeah, we got a lot of Florida people in here. I'm about to move back to Florida, Tommy said. Where'd you move to, Tommy? Where are you at now? 24895 swept then long. Okay. Alex, you're in Polk County too? That's where like the majority of Florida's at, is Polk County. That's, man, I'm in Boynton Beach. Boynton Beach is beautiful. My uncle got married there. I used to live down in you know where Coral Springs is at? Smoke the Tokes. I used to live over there in like Pompano, Coral Springs, Coconut Creek. I used to live down in that area. We used to go up to Boynton Beach because it's like a really nice area. Yeah, Juan's in Broward. That's my old stomping grounds, Juan. Coconut Creek, Pompano, Margate, that whole area, Coral Springs. That's where I used to live. I worked at a casino down there. I'm in Orange County, California Beach. That's not better than Florida? I feel feel like that'd be better than Florida, no? I'm moving to Coconut Creek in April. Yeah, Coconut Creek. That casino right there I used to work at. I live in Coconut Creek. Let's go, Danny boy. Yeah, I used to work at the Coconut Creek Casino. Um, I was a gaming commissioner there for a while. I started out valet, and then I went into security, and then I went into gaming commissions, and then I got a bartender's gig at like a swingers club, right there on Hillsborough. That was an experience, boys. Working at the swingers club as a bartender. That was an experience. That was fun. And then I moved back up here close to Jacksonville. Yeah, I got some stories I could tell y'all. I don't think I could tell y'all on YouTube live, but in the Discord one night, catch me late night HBO Cinemax. I could tell y'all some stories. They asked all kinds of stuff. I got good and bad stories I could tell you. A lot of shady stuff goes on in places too, though. That's not all just glamour, you know. I used to live in South Simone's Island before moving out here, just north of Duval. Yeah, yeah, that's where I'm just south of Duval. I'm in Orange Park area right now. Uh, Juan said Broward. That would be great. Yes, sir. All right, we chopped the high end of this. Now we're chopping the low end of this. I want to see buyers stepping in and pushing back out of this level. If not, then, well, you know what that means. It may be time to get up out of here. Honestly, I think at this point, just from watching price action, I think at this point, I think whoever said it earlier, I think you're right. I think it wants to run these lows right here. And then I think once when it does that, then it'll pull up. I think there's just too many orders probably sitting right here. And it's just too close not to get it, right? It's the bear and it wants the honey. That's the bear. That's the honey. And it just sniffing its way through it, and it's going to get it. Okay? So here we go. Go on and get your honey. You know you want to. Get your honey. And then we'll step back up. Because bulls always win. What do you think would win in a fight between bears and bulls in real life if a bull and a bear got into it? I used to ask this question a long time ago. Who do you think would win? You think a bear would win or you think a bull would win? I'm pretty sure a bull would knock the mess out of a bear. I'm sure that bear would raise up to go like thinking it's the big beast of the woods, and that bull just do one of these and ram like knock the wind out that bear. It's over. But last time I asked this question, everybody thought a bear would win for some stupid reason. Rick Kenneth, do you have any tutorials on your style of trading? No, I haven't made any just because I am like a newer trader. So I haven't made any. Asia is like, there's not really a set strategy just because Asia is kind of like hard to trade. But for New York, I do have some set strategies that do work a lot. So I could teach you in New York. All right, we're running those lows right there. Now it'd be my time to buy one. About to buy another one in right here. Buy another one. All right, and two. All right, I'm in for. I bought two more down there on that dip. But as far as in like Asia, I don't have a set strategy. New York, I do have set strategies, and they do work. They work a lot. Not every time, obviously, but they are pretty decent. I post in the Discord almost every day whenever the strategies play out. So I haven't made any videos on it, but maybe in the future I will. I don't know. So far, I've only gotten 2 payouts since started trading in April. So been trading for, let's see, we're in October. Been trading about 6 months now. I've landed 2 payouts. So right now I'm just kind of wait until I get some more, and then I'll probably make something. Yeah. All right. So like I said, it seemed like they were just wanting, like the bear was wanting the honey, right? It got the honey. Now the bees are coming out, and the bear's like, I got my stuff. I'm out of here, and he's running away, and the bull's gonna step in. That's the plan. And because I scaled in, if you guys remember, I got my long up here off this first drop. So our price went from here down to here, down to here, down to here, down to here, down to here. Now we're all the way down to just the top of this range. So now we get the breakout of this range. We're in for a good size, and boom, all the way back up, right? Would it have been nice to just wait for the drop and get that perfect right there? Yeah, it would have been, but I don't know. Nobody knew when it was going, where it was going to go when it was coming down here. I don't have to because I scaled in, baby. I gotta make sure we ain't get no bad news though. Against 5 U.S. linked firms. Countermeasures against 5 U.S. linked firms. 1-year bond. Oh, that's kind of bad news, ain't it? That's not good. Is China talking crap right now? Don't do this to me right now, China. Alright, well, if this starts bear flagging here, I might have to just call it and get out. If it, because look, we're at the bottom of this range, right? If I can get my dang candle. We're at the bottom of this range. Okay. Pushed out. If it starts bear flagging off the bottom, that means it's going to probably take a step lower. Which I can't take that much risk. I still have $1,000 in risk right now, but I can't take that much risk. And it is starting to bear flag, so I may have to... We may have to just call it a loss on this one, man. That sucks. Because then it'll want to chop in this range if it does, and that's too much. That's too much risk, unfortunately. We may bounce off of VWAP. Yeah, well, if it's going to come up, it needs to start doing it soon, because this bear flag off the bottom of this range indicates it's going to go lower, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Yeah, I'm gonna have to close it. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna put the stop loss just below the bear flag. If it doesn't hold right here, then it's probably just gonna dump. Guess we won't win this one, guys. Go ahead, take it. Go ahead and take it.
Order filled.
Okay, there we go. We lost the trade. It runs that and it's goodbye. Yep. Yeah, it bear flagged off the zone, obviously, just like it did up here. Like I said, if it bear flags off, which it did and ran down, it's is what it is. My market bias was wrong. So this is clearly, I thought, I don't know, after 1,000-point freaking dump that, you know, we would be like buying the dips up, but I guess maybe it's just a market crash. Maybe we're just gonna drop down another 1,000 points. Common sense is not common sense. I don't know. It's kind of stupid, but it is what it is. Kind of sucks for my freaking stocks that's sitting in my damn. I got money in the stocks right now, so I really like hate that it keeps going down. It's ridiculous. Maybe during all this tariff stuff, maybe I should just trade gold and stay out of the way of the NQ, because this looks a hell of a lot easier to trade, right? This is the type of instrument you could just buy the dips and you know you're safe, because clearly NQ wants the uncertainty with this tariff in China and all this stuff, I guess, is just way more wild. Damn, it may want all the lows. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, all right, I'm gonna call it there. I appreciate all you guys hanging out, and I hope that you are green going in today, and you'll have a green day. Join Discord if you haven't. I'll put it in the chat one more time for you guys, and I hope that you all have a great night. If I didn't get to any of your questions or anything that you guys may have asked, just know that just ping me in the Discord and know that I'll get back with you. That's the easiest way, because I can see that clearly. There's just a lot of chat, so it's hard to pinpoint out. You trade prop firms exclusively, then I'm just getting into futures paper trading for. Yeah, Tigram, yeah, I just do future, I just do prop firms. I don't risk my own money in this. Yep, no problem, guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out. I'm glad we can have a little fun, and we'll be back on tomorrow night. I'll be doing Apex giveaway of any account size that you want, and I might have a new announcement for a partnership here real soon, which is going to allow us to do I don't know how many of you guys are like older members here, but we used to do a streamer account and a chat account. And the chat account, we would hold a poll to do long or short, and then the streamer account, and we can have like battles, like streamer versus chat battles. Well, the prop firm that I'm talking with right now said that we're allowed to do the chat account, and if we pass the chat account and get a payout on it, they will give me giveaways instead of giving me money. So that basically means like you guys for real will have a chat account. So if we do get a payout, if you get a payout on it, then that payout will be given in giveaways and not money, which means I just give you guys a lot more giveaways. So because imagine you had like you got $1,000 payout or a $500 payout, we just turn that right into giveaways. So I will announce that here soon as I finalize the partnership with them. But yeah, until then, it's gonna be pretty cool, Tommy. That's what I thought. I used to do that, right? So I used to do streamer account, chat account. I think Chris may know, he probably was in here at the time, but I used to do that. But the problem was that most prop firms, and I talked to the prop firm I was doing it with, they said you're not allowed to do that. If the chat gets if you get a payout on it, we can't give you giveaways. You'll have, like, I obviously would have to pay taxes on it. That's if they'd even give me the payout and all that other stuff. So anyways, it didn't work. Well, this prop firm told me that they will do that exclusively for me. They'll do that. So anyways, yes, we did it on Wesley's chat. We passed one, got close to a payout. Yeah, but the thing was with the payout, the prop said no. Exactly. Yeah, same thing with me, Tommy. They said no. But this prop firm, they are gonna give me a chat account specifically. So even if you guys blow it, we'll get another chat account. You know what I mean? So we can have that running. So I think the way that we'll do it is at least one trade a night. We'll do one trade a night, if not more, depending on if you guys are liking it or not. But we'll try to at least do one trade a night on the chat account. Yeah, and it won't be cash giveaway neither. So that's the cool thing about the prop is they said they will actually pay out the payouts in giveaways. So they'll just send me a list of giveaway codes, and then I can do the giveaway for you guys. How far did it go down? Yeah. Well, and that's why as soon as I saw that bear flag right there, that's why I just put my stop loss, because all this right here, I was still very confident that we just dropped out of this zone, dropped in here, we were going to chop and then eventually make our way back up into this zone. And by then we were scaled in enough. That was the plan. However, I think there is news coming through, and that's what screwed it up. Because you got over here, U.S. President peace desire conflict with U.S. hostiles, criminal behavior towards Iran. You got China over here talking about they open investigation to U.S. tariffs impact China's shipping industry against 5 U.S. They're countermeasuring against 5 U.S. linked firm. Like, news is coming through. So, you know, obviously this would have probably have played out, but can't predict what's going to happen. That's why you're going to see a nasty drop here, is because that's basically uncertainty and them putting more fear back in the market regarding, once again, China tariffs. China tariffs. China. Right? That's what we're dealing with. So I was very confident still all the way down. But normally, scaling in with micros like that on a drop will work out. But when you have this uncertainty crap, it's not going to work out. So, and there's no way I could have predicted that was going to happen. I don't think it's news. I think it's just balancing the market. No, I think it's news. I mean, to each their own, right? But balancing don't just Asia session doesn't move like this. I don't know how much you've traded Asia. It does not move 50 points up, 100 points down. That's not normal Asia session. That's not how it moves. And it literally did this drop right whenever this news came out. You know, literally right as this news. 1212, 1207, 1201. You come back and you look right here. 1201 went down. 1203 big drop down. 1207 big drop down. It's pretty clear to line up the exact moment that the news came out and see the drop. So, I mean, yeah, I get most people will just only look at technical analysis only, but I'm a big believer market analysis is what really moves these candles. They can care less about your technical analysis, unfortunately. But anyways, all right, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I will catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.